Who wants to sell a car today? I'm ready to buy a damn car.
Okay, sir. You seem really eager and interested. Yeah, how can I help you?
Well, I've looked on the internet and I found a vehicle that you have. I've done my research and I'm ready to buy the damn thing. It's stock number, well, it's the Subaru Crosstrek Limited. Your stock number is 23943S. Okay, the MSRP is $35,540, and you have it online for, I think it was $33,097, if I'm not mistaken. Well, just between you and me, I know you've had it for 295 days, so I know you should be highly motivated to make it go away today. I need to test drive that car. I need to buy that car if the numbers are right.
Okay, I hear you loud and clear. You want to take that car home today, sir? You want to go take it for a test drive real quick? I can run the numbers while you're out in the vehicle with one of our salespeople.
Yeah, absolutely. I want to test drive it. I have a trade-in. I have a 2019 CRV LX four-wheel drive, 100,000 miles on it. I need you to get that appraised while I'm out there test driving the Crosstrek to make sure it's absolutely the right car for me. And when I get back, we need to put all the numbers together because I'm expecting to be able to go home in my new Crosstrek.
All right, Ray, you liked the way that car drove, didn't you?
We know that. We knew that before I got here. Yes, I like the way the car drove. Yes, it's equipped the way I want my next car to be equipped, and I want to take the damn thing home today, assuming that we reached the right numbers.
You took the words out of my mouth. Okay, let's go back and see what my manager put together in terms of pricing and that appraisal on your trade-in. How's that sound?
Sounds good. Let's go.
Okay, Ray, this has been a lot of work on our end. We know you're motivated to purchase this vehicle, and it's a great one at that. $33,097 is the advertised price, what we're selling the vehicle at, plus taxes and fees. Obviously, we can't do anything about the taxes. You got to blame the local government on those. That being said, we do have a $995 dealer fee. That's the only other thing you're going to find on this worksheet here. And ultimately, that takes your price to $34,092. You ready to take this thing home today? Let's just sign the paperwork right now.
Well, A, you haven't talked to me about my trade yet, and B, that $995, it was advertised for $33,097. That's what got me to come in here today. Plus, don't forget, Zach, I know it's been sitting on your lot for 295 days. I have a report here that indicates how long that vehicle's been sitting. Okay, that is like 9 months. So sitting there 9 months, it's costing you money. I'm not fond of paying a $995 dock fee. And I know that there are other people out there who've been buying the same car and getting $2,500, $3,000 off. I don't mind paying some of the dock fee, but I'm not paying all the dock fee. You need to get me an additional discount of $1,000 before I'm even willing to consider what you might be giving me for my trade.
Okay, Ray, I hear you loud and clear. And yes, we have had this vehicle on the lot for a while. It is one of those leftovers. I heard you mention some other people have gotten $2,500 off. Well, that's the discount off of MSRP. You're asking for another $1,000 off on top of that. I'll go talk to my manager, but
it's a leftover, Zach. It's been sitting here for 9 months. It's a leftover.
I hear you, Ray. Let me go talk to my manager and see what we can do. Okay, Ray, my manager's in a good mood today. I don't know how the heck I was able to make her do this. That being said, I got you an additional $500 off the selling price. So we are now down to $32,500, but I want to be very clear. We still have the $995 dock fee. We charge that to every customer. I can't get rid of that. Ultimately, though, before the taxes and registration and things like that, we're at $33,495. So you've gotten yourself a heck of a deal. And I have even better news. That trade-in, we were able to get you $12,000. That's as high as my manager's able to go, $12,000 for that trade-in. I know, like you said, it's paid off. I don't have to worry about anything there. So that's just an additional $12,000 that'll either reduce the amount you owe us today to purchase this thing in cash, or we haven't even talked about if you want to finance or lease it, it'll reduce either that out the door price or the capital cost capitalized cost. So there you go, Ray. Great news for you. I can't wait for you to take this Crosstrek home.
Well, it's decent news. It's not great news. And the amount that your manager's offering me for the trade is a little on the light side. I already have 2 offers for the trade. If you haven't figured it out yet, I did my homework well before I came in here. Okay. I educated myself as to what the market is on the car that you're selling and what the value of my trade-in is. Carvana on the low end offered me $12,200, and CarMax on the high end offered me $13,000. So $12,000 is a wee bit light. Now, I would love for you to pay me the same amount that CarMax has, but I understand they tend to pay a little bit more than local dealers can afford to. Listen, we know CarMax is going to give me $13,000. If you give me $12,500 with the sales tax basis benefit that I get for trading in the car, I would be willing to trade my car into you for $12,500. I know you're paying a little more than you wanted to, but I'm accepting a lot less in order to help make this car go away for you.
Well, I want to be clear. You're not accepting anything less. That sales tax basis benefit you mentioned, that would get you right to about $13,000, which is where CarMax is as well. So I think we're even on the trade. Let me talk to my manager about it and make sure that she's willing to come up to $12,500.
And before you do that, just so you know, I went to my credit union, NASA Federal Credit Union. I qualify for a 5.49 rate. They told me my FICO score, my auto FICO was 817. They said that's pretty damn good. And I know Subaru is offering a 2.9% APR for 36 months. I want that as well. I know I should qualify for that.
Okay, so you're financing. That's fantastic. And yeah, that auto FICO score is really high. How did you know about auto? Okay, anyway, yeah, right. No, that's perfect. But let me just double click for a second here. We got you that additional $500 off the selling price. Plus, we're going to get your trade up to $12,500, and you're going to finance through Subaru at 2.9%. Can I go tell my manager all that and get her blessing on it so that we can get you in and out of here in about an hour when all the paperwork's said and done?
Absolutely. And maybe your finance person can hustle a little bit and get me out of here in 45 minutes.
Okay, Ray, great news. She's in on the deal, but I got to ask you a question. How the heck did you know all this?
CarEdge, baby. That's how I know all this. CarEdge.com. Wonderful website that gives you all this inside information. Showed me what others have paid. Let me know what all the incentives were. Even told me what the invoice was on your car. So I had all the information I needed. And then I checked with my credit union to find out what my credit score was like so that I know I would qualify for that special rate.
So there you go. That's how to buy a car in 2025. Make it quick, painless, and simple. And Pops, that's for everyone involved. The customer, the dealer, every single person. You sold cars for 40 plus years. If you had a customer come in and operate like that, you'd be over the moon, wouldn't you? You'd get a car sold super quickly.
You'd be thrilled because the way dealerships make money is and it takes them hours, is when people don't know anything about the car. They can make a little more money, but normally it takes hours in order to accomplish that. This way, a dealership appreciates when somebody comes in, they actually have all the legitimate information that they need in order to be able to make a quick buying decision on the vehicle. The dealership might not be making quite as much money as they'd like, but they know that salesperson can go out and talk to another customer a lot quicker because this deal is going to go like that, as opposed to that salesperson spending 5, 6, 7, 8 hours with their next customer. So it actually allows a dealership to sell more cars in a timely manner when customers come in with this type of information.
And it doesn't have to be combat sports or a fight or anything like that. It's just leveling the playing field from, the first moment you meet the salesperson. I have the same amount of information as you, salesperson. And so now let's make this deal. And you don't have unrealistic expectations. Nothing in there was unrealistic whatsoever, Dad. All the things that you were, communicating to me as the salesperson, they were grounded in reality, facts, data. It was unopinionated, unbiased. And I think if you come in with that approach, you should be able to get the deal done quickly. One other comment, macro looking, Dad, these car dealers have way more inventory than they had a year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago. So they might still want to try and make as much money as possible on every car they sell. However, However, they have incentive to try and move that inventory more quickly. Go watch some of our other videos about floor plan costs and why dealers are incentivized to sell cars quickly. The timing for this type of tactic and this type of approach, I think it's really solid right now.
Absolutely. Just remember, the more information you can bring with you when you go into the dealership to support your offer and why you're asking for what you're asking for, the quicker the deal will go. They know they can't play games with you because you have too much information. So the better informed you are, the better the deal you're going to get.
And to be clear, you can do a lot of this homework before you go into the dealership. You can even do the outreach to dealers before you go into the dealership. You can do a lot of these steps that we showed you before you go into the dealership. However, if you do want to go in, just replay this video before you do. And of course, check out CarEdge.com. I heard there's a pretty good father-son duo over there, Pops, trying to help people out.
Oh, I can't wait to meet them.